We're going to be playing a board game where we like to go vroom! Yeah, I'm Will, this is Cardboard Minutes, and I've got here with me...
Faran.
John.
And we're going to be playing Bus. This is a classic Splotter game. And for many people, it is very much a grail game that is very hard to get. Probably way too expensive for what it is, but I mean, if people love it and they want to spend that much money, fine. But thankfully, you won't have to spend exorbitant amounts of money soon because Capstone Games just announced that they will be reprinting it. I don't know the full story, but there was some falling out between the developer Splotter and the publisher, and they had vowed never work together again, but I mean, there's money involved, and probably a lot of money because a lot of people are looking for the game. So I'm sure they have made good on reinforcing their friendships, and will be moving forward for reprint. Thankfully, a kind gentleman locally sold this to me for a standard board game price. Maybe he didn't know it was worth it that much, or he just didn't believe in price gouging. So thank you very much. We're excited to give it a try. This is supposed to be classic because of not so much how vicious it is, but how much player kind of fluctuation gets put into the board game. It's supposed to be very dynamic. It's supposed to be very different every time you play it based on the strategies people are trying to do. Right. This is our first time playing, so if we make any rule mistakes, let us know in the comments, and we apologize. We're going to try to do our best. We will be explaining things a little bit as we go, so you get a feel for how the game works, and of course we'll do an entire playthrough, and then give our thoughts, and at least our first impressions review at the end. So if you like, skip ahead on the timestamps. And we are going to head down. So we have John is the first player, and he's going to start off by placing 2 buildings of his choice on the number 1 spot. So right now only the 1s are available for building placement until they're all filled, and then we can do the 2s and then 3s and so on. So this is kind of like your Catan style setup. So all right, they can even be 2 of the same buildings if you want, or 2 different buildings.
No. We're putting a house here, and we're definitely putting down a pub on Pizza Street. There we are.
Pub on Pizza Street. All right, well, I'm just going to throw in some variety here. So let's put a house somewhere farther, and then we'll do an office over here.
An office? Ooh.
Or a place of work. Maybe he's... I don't think he's working at the pub.
Maybe he works at the pub. What if they work... Okay.
Well, you don't drink where you work.
You don't drink where you work.
You go down the street.
Yeah.
And then...
He's a waiter. Okay. All right, we'll put a house probably on Gossip Alley. No, there should be a pub on Gossip Alley.
Sounds like
or office on Gossip Alley.
Office Gossip. That makes sense.
Office Gossip, okay.
Office Gossip, yeah.
And we'll put a house on the longest road. And the corner of longest and climber, okay.
All right, and now we're going to be placing 1 bus route each, and then another one in reverse order, starting with John.
Going down Draft Street to Pizza Street.
So it can be literally anywhere as long as you remember your 2 routes.
Right, but
your 2 routes will be connected.
Right, and it has to be from either end.
And you continue them from either end. Mm-hmm. New people will be coming on from the train stations.
Right.
But there are 4 already on here now.
All right, they're kind of like... So I get place 1 at the moment?
You place 1 at the moment.
All right.
And we will be taking turns with that. I think I'm going to connect some people here.
I have no idea what the right call is,
this is our first play.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
Down Draft Street.
Sorry, then we do a reverse order for the second one. Okay, all right, I'm going to stick to the middle here and continue off this way.
Go towards the middle, to that roundabout to Draft Street. There we are. Perfect.
Okay, and now we can begin. So we are going to be placing workers on the various stages here. Things will be resolved after everyone has passed from left to right. However, when we place them, we have to start with the A's if there is an A available. So just to go over them real quickly, we have line expansion, which is putting more lines. Bus, there's only one spot, and that's adding more buses. The largest value of bus will determine how strong all the actions are. So that's very important. Adding new passengers to train stations, adding new buildings, the infamous time skip, which might end the game if we delay time too much. And then, vroom! We get to drive our buses around.
And let's go.
And starting player.
And starting player, of course, if we want to take that away from John.
Well.
Or he wants to retain his starting player position.
Just for the point of clarification.
Yes.
So the number of buses, the strength of it, is it per total bus on the longest line or per your own color?
So when you're doing vroom, the number of your buses is how many people you can carry per vroom action.
Ah, okay.
But in terms of the line expansion, the passengers, and the buildings,
yes,
it's whoever has the most buses. It's at their bus number.
Very good. My turn?
Yes.
Well, then
so we're on the work.
Yeah, I think we all know what I was going to do given that question. More buses.
So we'll resolve at the end.
Oh, yes.
Right? Because it will matter, because we do line expansion first, and then bus,
oh,
and
yes,
then...
Yes.
the order is very important. Was it dominant species? I think is also very much like that as well. I'm gonna take a first vroom, so I'll be the first to drive people around.
I think hopefully have some people to drive around as well. So there's 4 people on the board. And
so it's always left or right, yeah?
Yes, all left to right. Top to bottom, left to right.
You know what? I'm going to stay starting player.
Okay. Alright. Well, then I'll take a line expansion. So after everyone's placed 2... Oh, no, sorry. What are we doing here? Yeah, no, that's my second number. Yeah. So then, so after everyone places 2, then you can choose to pass. But if you pass, you're out for the rest of the round.
boom.
Wait, whose goes it now?
It is
Back
yours.
to you.
Oh, okay, it is right.
Or you can pass if you want.
No, that will not happen just yet. I do need that line expansion.
Okay.
Yeah.
2. I don't know if you're gonna get any line expansions though.
Yeah, you won't get any line expansions, right? Because remember, it subtracts. Actually, you won't get any line
You're right.
either.
It subtracts. It subtracts.
Oh no, I won't either.
You won't.
Yeah,
Because that's gonna happen after, right?
Yeah. So just to clarify, those 3 are based on the value of the most buses. But at the time we resolve line expansions, there will be only 1, and then so whoever's in the A spot gets the full value, and each other next letter gets 1 less.
Well, yeah, just jump back on that one then.
So yeah, why don't you redo that one?
Reorganize.
Yes, my route placement is terrible for this. Oh well.
Well, and don't forget, unless someone time skips, we'll be rotating this and taking people to work.
Oh, okay. That is okay. That nobody's already at work. Yeah, no, I still did this poorly.
But you can always put more passengers and then take them from wherever the passengers are to work.
Yep.
Or put more buildings. You can make more work and then take people to their chosen building type.
Yes, or I can time skip.
Yeah, which if we do all 4 time skips, the game will end.
Yes. Well.
You have no reason to keep time at home because you also have no buses connected to any home locations.
This is true.
That would just hurt you.
Just to experience it.
Just to experience it.
Experience it.
The game physically spits you out in a different time zone.
And
okay, I'm going to take a building.
Right, the other aspect, I don't remember if you mentioned, I think you did, but that these workers are limited.
That's all the actions you have for the entire game. I believe there are 20. So use them wisely.
Venti is
20. I
20.
won't, don't worry.
I don't think any of us will.
I don't know if we're going to do that. Gonna check out. I'm gonna pass because I'm not sure what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna pass.
I know what I want.
And I want it
I
now.
want a passenger.
I kind of want to do some more vrooming, but do I really want to do 4 actions in the first round?
Oh, And my vroom will not be powerful enough, so if I take vroom, nothing will happen. Man, this is...
Well, no, so a vroom is based on how many buses you have. It's,
Right,
It's
okay.
only these 3 that are based on the largest number.
Right,
and then
right.
subtract. So if you place it, you'll vroom once at the power of 2 buses, because you only have 2 buses. But I might be in position to take multiple people home. So, but I'm only getting 1 point. Like later in the game, you're going to be scoring multiple points per action, possibly busing multiple people at once, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I could do a second vroom for one point, and I don't think that's going to be worth it. So I'm going to pass as well. Again, maybe my strategy is wrong, and someone can correct me if it's better to
I'll
go
just get that
to go
vroom,
big.
and then I'm going to pass.
Okay. All right. So now we are going to do the actions in order. So line expansion. Let's just continue down here for my 1, and we'll just wipe these off the board. All right.
All right.
So now we're up to power of 2. So you're putting out 2 guys
2 guys.
on any kind of combination of train stations.
Not a girl and not a pizza place.
Two orange people. They come in off.
Hey,
of
we
the-
don't discriminate based on color of their skin.
They're all the same. They're just humans. They're meeples.
They've been on the sun too long. Okay. They come out at train station.
They've been eating too much carrots. Their
Or nacho cheese.
their beta carotene is too high.
All I see is delicious Dorito flavors right now.
Which
Nacho
here,
cheese.
let's light them down so they're a little more visible to the camera. And eating too much carrots is a thing. My my oldest ate a lot of carrots and sweet potatoes as a baby, and the end of his nose started to turn a little orange.
Oh no.
So we just needed to balance his diet a little more, but he really liked them.
Well, they're healthy.
He was still on formalist, or no, I guess he was feeding by then. But all right, so I got to put out a building. I don't know if you're going to time skip or not. I think we're short on workplaces, so I'm going to add a workplace that only I have access to right here.
All right. Yes, I'm time skipping.
Okay. So time skipping means it doesn't rotate,
Oh,
right? If you choose to just not do anything, it rotates as normal.
oh, time skipping.
So time skipping is like redoes. It's like you experience 2 mornings in a row.
Oh, I misunderstood that. I thought it was to make it go forward.
No, it goes forward automatically.
But afterward, you're doing the stuff. So we're going to be delivering to houses or to workplaces?
Well, it's gonna rotate. If you choose to do nothing, it will rotate.
Okay.
Rotate and then we'll do.
You can choose to make it not rotate.
I misunderstood. I thought it was going to stay where it was and then rotate. Well, anyway, that happened.
I don't think anyone's gonna go there. Did you want to just take your piece back?
Yeah, I'll just
I don't know if
piece back.
people will get angry for us retconning, but
That's fine.
it's a first playthrough.
I mean, it's the
And
time warp.
I think you misunderstood
we're
how
already,
it
we're
works.
doing the time warp.
It's
here.
the time warp, so you took your piece back.
And none of us, I don't think, would benefit from preventing time from going anyways.
Yep.
So I think we're good there. And now we are rooming around, and this rotates, and we are going to work. I'm going to be mean, I think.
You're gonna take that guy.
I'm gonna
for
take this
sure.
guy,
Yeah.
and he's gonna go work over here.
Okay.
Oh, right. The spot
And
can
then-
only hold one person.
Yep, and then I
yeah.
get a point. It's kinda
Oh,
hard.
yeah, this is mean.
I see what just happened here.
It's only 1 point
But
first
it's
one in the game.
only 0 points for me.
But that's my
Yeah.
I'm
first.
just gonna take that back and do
Yeah.
nothing.
Same here. I didn't realize. I forgot that it was. You mentioned it. It's on me.
Yep.
But I get to stay first
And
player.
then you're first player.
All right.
All right, and we're on the next round.
Next round.
Well, you know what I'm doing. Yep. Let's increase my bus power. Until someone stops me.
I'm
There we go.
going to stop.
Fine.
I'm gonna vroom first.
I see the power of
So
that now.
we're taking people to the pub now. Yes, back to you, John.
Oh, yes, thank you. I would like to expand.
I'm going to do buildings. I mean, you can place buildings anywhere as long as it's the right number. So the the left-right order can also heavily screw people.
So the first 3 actions are the only one impacted, right? By the number of buses? Or by,
Correct.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're all affected by the number, but this is your number of buses.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas these 3 are based on the largest number of buses.
Yeah.
So you will be adding
1 if
2 lines,
Yeah.
but potentially 3 passengers if you place it now.
Yeah.
I'll be placing 2 buildings. Oh, so I'll be placing 3 buildings.
And we're going to be delivering to the pub at this point.
And we'll be delivering to the pub unless someone says otherwise.
I want room.
I'm going to get a room in there too.
I'm gonna get a train, a line, a road, if you will.
I would not get any if I took that spot.
So the person's just going to stay at the office forever, eh?
Oh,
man.
it's a long day.
Yeah.
Put in some overtime.
Yeah, and pull out the cot.
I won't be the one that's stuck in the pub forever.
So it's back to your room.
Or home. I guess I'm not... I'm actually thinking I'm going to pass at this point.
Okay, I wouldn't get any lines. Can't do a bus. Passengers don't help me right now. Buildings, I could put 1 building, room. I think I'm going to pass 2.
Pass to point of no return. I will do no such thing. Hang on. 1 second. So, vrooming
Yes. You're taking people from
from
somewhere that is not a pub to a pub.
not a pub to a pub.
Oh, okay. It doesn't have to be from the
No, they just want to go to
train
the,
station.
They just
Okay.
want to be at the pub.
Yes,
they could be
yes.
at the train station, but they want to go to the pub.
Yes, no, that makes sense now.
Let's see what's going to happen
It's
here.
evening. They want to go to the pub.
Yep. Fair.
And this is not on a diminishing returns, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
So you're still the only one who hasn't passed yet. So you can keep placing tokens, or you can pass.
I keep going. No. I'm going to pass at this point. Okay.
Okay. All right. Line expansion. So Fran, you get 1.
1 line to rule them all.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that train station.
I get
John.
2.
Yep.
Let's go to Erie and... Now it has to be from either end, right?
Actually, correct.
Before
can never
I
do
pass,
this.
I'm just going to do this as well. It goes on A, actually. There we go. Continue.
Yeah, sure, let's go to Modem Road. Horrible modem sounds. Engage.
Okay. So these guys are done, and then you get your bus.
Uh-huh.
All right. So we are at 3 now, and
1, 2, 3.
3 buses. Unlimited transit.
which I'm pretty sure passengers is affected by the.
I would
Just double check if I'm adding all 3 dudes to
Well,
it.
it's just
You can split them.
I don't want to split them. Mine.
Yep, you bring in as many as the maximum number of buses,
Okay.
which is 3. So yeah, we may have to start stacking those guys at some point.
There's a long lineup at the
You're
train
the only
station.
one who has access to that massive train station right now.
Yep.
And then you get 2 buildings.
Yep. So we're gonna do pub. Where's the? Oh, I grabbed no pubs. Pub. There it is. Okay, pubs are the same on both sides. When do we expand to 2s?
Once all the ones
Once
are
all the
gone.
ones are done.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take any one you want. You can put them in any number one you want, so that you can kind of hurt people through that action as well. Not I'm just putting it out there to be fair. 'Cause I would do the same.
Yeah.
This is not meant to be a friendly game. This
No.
is
No, transit apparently is very...
Who's rooming first? Me. Where's the way? I'm just gonna do it there. Okay.
They're going to the pub.
Oh, and then I get to place 3 buildings.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
And that is gonna be the last of all the ones as well. Let's see here. You're rooming before me, so I don't want to just give you a bunch of pubs.
But pubs, though.
But pubs, I'm gonna go 1, And then, I was just going to open up more pubs for you. What do we not have?
This pub needs to
We have lots of homes, I think. Or
Okay.
maybe offices. I'm not
2.
sure.
I'll put pub there. I want a pub there for myself. And then, what do we not have a lot of? We're going home soon. Well, I guess I have to put on the other one, so I have no choice.
Okay, now we're on to 2s. But I've roomed first.
First this happens.
Yep. We're going to the pub.
Pub.
Yep. It's board game night at the pub.
Yep.
So...
Every night's board game night at the pub. Or it should be.
Pub, game night.
I would go to more pubs if every night was board game night.
All right.
Currently, my pubbing amount is 0.
Yeah, I hear that now. I think I only have access to one pub.
That's 1 point.
But hey, it's a pub, so I could...
But you can take 3 people on a single bus go, right? Like through a single action, you can deliver 3 because you're at 3 buses.
But I thought only one... The pub could only hold one person, though, right?
Correct. Each building can only hold 1 person.
Well, there's only one pub on my route at the moment, so...
So there's your answer.
Yeah, I have to choose which one I want to move from where. And I think we're going to be going to home next.
Can you move a delivered guy?
I thought so. Okay.
Right.
Can you move someone that's already been delivered to a building?
As long as he's not at a pub.
Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let's open this up
people
for
want to
myself.
go to the pub.
And I'll just transfer him there and get myself a point.
Yeah, so only passengers that want to leave the building they're on can be moved.
Well, that's it for me.
In 1 point,
You got
please.
1
Nobody
point.
wants to get a
1
train
point.
station.
1 point.
Are the deliveries worth the amount of things?
Nope.
No. Okay. How do you get more points?
Deliver more people.
Just deliver. Okay.
This is the more people at once.
Okay.
Expands. Mm-hmm. Just like real life. All right, I'm going to deliver 1 person to the pub. And for 1 point.
Yeah, some pubs will keep a supply of board games sometimes.
Yes, this is
Got
true.
a point to deliver.
I'll forever be disappointed I never went to Échec
right
Malt
here.
before they went out of business.
Okay.
Like, they had Quebec beers and a whole bunch of board games.
Starting player, thank you very much.
Fair.
All right, on to the next round.
I think I know where. Yep.
Yes, of course.
Shocking.
That's why. It's Ron's turn.
Fair.
We got to catch up on the bus game here.
That is absolutely fair. Okay.
It's been a late night. We're going home.
All right. So next up is going to be going home. Let's see. I got 2 of those on my route. I will. Yeah, I think I want to make sure I have room first, so I can deliver.
I want to rooms early as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be 3 lines based on John's 3.
2 lines for me.
Okay. I'm game. I still want at least 1 line. I got to branch away from you guys.
Boom.
I think passengers are in order.
I'm going to do buildings.
Buildings. Dude, we're running out of our pieces. It's gonna be a short game.
Yep, I'm gonna hold off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces left.
I'm gonna hold.
And we're doing an average of 1, 2, 3,
passing
4 a
as well.
game. That's 2 more rounds.
Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be a pretty fast game. And
I don't know. Maybe we're playing this poorly. I don't know.
as long as the designer doesn't say you're playing it wrong.
Well,
like that one game.
maybe we're playing it wrong. There is always that possibility.
No, we were playing within the rules, but we were playing wrong that
Well,
one
I
time.
mean, we only have that many actions in a game, so at some points you'll be conserving. I mean, we're building infrastructure, so I suspect we're spending more earlier, and later on we're mostly going to be rooming because you'll be netting chunks of points.
Right.
All right.
No. Stand back. Stand back!
Oh,
okay.
so much rooming.
2. Well, he's rooming twice for 1 bus.
Rooming twice, it's gonna be slow.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth the
2 points? Is it worth 2 points, or is it?
Hey, looks like the game's gonna not last as long as we thought, so I don't know. We'll see.
But I mean, if you hoard all your tokens until later, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it isn't until one person's down to 1?
Until there's only 2 people who are out of tokens.
Oh,
Maybe,
okay.
yeah, maybe I'll wait. We'll just get a point.
So, like, if we burn out early, Ferran can...
Yeah.
Well, Ferran will be done. But if only one of us burns,
Yeah.
they'll be waiting
Yeah.
until someone else burns.
All right, I'll wait. I'll wait.
All right, so everyone is done. We are on to line expansion.
Yes.
And I don't want to get away from you guys. Actually,
Stealthy Duck Road.
let's get away from... this is Oracle Avenue. There's a hospital there.
Yeah. More of a DB2 person than Oracle. Okay. I can go... Is this... I have to put 2 out here, or is this just the 1 to match that?
You can... Yeah, well, this is just one space.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
It's just a long road.
You can either continue from there, or you can come up this route, or you can... Because you're on my tail, you can...
I can go there.
You can follow along my line as well.
Yeah.
Right, like tails can... Or heads can... cross,
Heads will roll.
but at a juncture you're bounced off unless you have no other way.
All right. Well, I think I'm actually going to do that.
I think I'm getting that right because it's a little bit confusing.
Yep. All right.
Trace roads. We gotta go 1. We're gonna go 2. And we're gonna go 2.
How is this
It also has to be from the head to the tail.
from the head or the tail?
It has to be from the head or the tail.
Yeah.
So that I have to go from here.
Which interesting, but
Head.
I mean, the bus goes back
Tail.
and forth along one route, right? Like there's no the bus doesn't split into 2. It's not it's time warping. It's not physics warping.
maybe in the sequel
Maybe in the sequel, yeah,
or an expansion.
your bus splits into 2 buses. All right, John, 3 passengers.
Oh boy. Well, let's see.
Are we limited by passengers?
Yep.
Yeah, I believe once all the passengers out, that's it. And then 2 buildings for front. I'll double check the passengers. Maybe we're playing this wrong, and we shouldn't be putting that many passengers out.
We are
And by wrong, I mean badly, not as in against rules.
We're going home.
Or both.
We're going home.
Both is an option.
Yeah, if there are no more passengers in the supply, no more passengers can be put into play. If the player chooses this action, they do nothing. So there are limited people in our city.
Where's the office? The office supplies. Where's the office? Not an office.
Hang on.
I need an office, please. Okay.
Okay, and I'm placing 3 buildings now. Let's see, we are going home. I can do that home right now. And I don't really know what else to do here. Let's do... the office, and... yeah, I'm kind of going off in that direction. Do the office and the pub over there.
Roger that.
Okay.
Vroom vroom.
Room. Okay. So we are going to the pub? No, I thought we were going to
You
home.
can carry 3 people.
Yeah, switch home.
Yeah, so we're going
Uh-huh.
home.
Home time.
So
Had enough to drink.
3. All right. So
Yep. Gotta get a good night's sleep before work in the morning.
for example, I could move this person from the train to home.
Yep.
That's 1 carry. I could carry another person from the office from the train station to home. That's 2. And hey, I go all the way over here. That's 3. That's as much as I can do.
Okay. I can take 2 people once, but you've used up most of my homes.
Yes.
So I'll take this guy down here for 1. I cannot take anyone else.
And I'm also going to do just the 1 home delivery.
The home delivery service is going to be right over here.
Okay, we'll go this way. Alright. Sounds good.
All right. First player.
Yabba dabba doo.
All right.
Alright, guess where we're going?
Starting there again. Just keep an endless loop. It's all about time warp.
I think this combo is just like is the
But-
obvious combo.
Sure, but it's also two tokens per time.
2 tokens per
How
time.
long are you
Yeah.
going to keep doing that?
Yep.
Actually, wait, where are we going? We're going home. We're going to the office.
We're going to the
next.
office.
You know what? I'm going first room.
Good point.
First room. I can't let you get first room and take all my spots again.
Well,
Well,
we'll see.
we're all there.
Yeah, all the different competing priorities are quite interesting.
There's quite a few push and pull. Like this is why it's so player dependent because like someone could just come and like take all your spots or drive their bus half over your route and now you're fighting and you want to go first.
Okay. So we're down two for the. And if we go there.
All right, I need.
Now we're getting some interesting
yeah.
choices.
I can see the appeal.
Okay, how many pieces do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 8. We gotta choose. Rooming, I think.
Remember, you'll be rooming too?
I'll be rooming 2, and we're going to... So far, we're going to the office.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it could be remaining home.
It could be.
It could be remaining home, so we'll
That's
see.
a weird mechanism.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well,
It could be remaining home.
It's almost pointless.
It's like a weekend.
It's a long weekend. Sleep in.
well, for some,
Family day.
for some, not for others.
Wilbur!
Yeah, I need to expand.
Good.
Explore, exterminate? No.
Well, not a lot of extermination unless you're talking about the drinks you're exterminating at the pubs.
4X route building game.
There's gotta be some.
Is that right? I mean, yeah.
I'm sure there's 4X road building.
Galactic buses or something.
Ooh, space bus.
Right?
Space bus.
Space bus, the retheme.
Retheme.
I can see it happening.
Yep.
That says there are 2 on
Yep,
my route.
the aliens want to go to the pub.
You call it Transit Struggle or Transit Imperium.
Transit Imperium. Transit Imperium is gotta be it,
Right?
Space bus.
We'll just get one route.
Actually, there's a Space Postman game that was a Kickstarter.
The Final Passengers.
It's the final passengers.
All the peoples.
You got less tokens than all this. Maybe. I know we're all blowing.
Yeah,
out
we're
tokens.
all... I don't think we're going to get to 4s.
I mean,
Will is going to now start to
Maybe
preserve.
that's for 4 players was more likely that happens or
the
something.
question is, do I want to preserve? I can move 2 guys, and I'm first to move.
Optimal
My
moves?
God.
I'm sure I'm not making them.
But you're gonna block up one of them right away, and you have 2 buses. So I think I'm hoping I'm expanding. The expansion definitely makes it interesting. Buildings. Yep. Control where the buildings are.
I need a room, at least.
You kind of do. You can almost,
I think we just went out of order somehow.
Well, I go after
no,
you.
you waved.
I'm done now.
Yeah, and then John placed there.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see my wave?
Yeah, I saw the wave.
Okay, you saw the wave.
I saw the wave.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out whether if people were at a location that they already have, can you just like move them over? Or do they actually have to travel?
I
It's kind of
thought they had to travel.
I assume they have to travel. But there's an example here of a guy just like skipping over to where he is, but it doesn't say they get points for it or not. It just says they're already where they want to be.
I mean, they're not using your bus then, right? I mean, if they are, that's... Well, it could be an abstraction of just a small transit, I suppose.
Oh, okay, yeah, if they're already where they want to be, so they can't...
Yeah, they can't leave.
They can't move... Although I guess you could take them to a different...
You can take it from different pubs.
Yeah, go from someone's house to someone else's house.
Because it wouldn't make sense, because otherwise you would just put... Like on these... You just put like 2 of the same thing, and then everyone would always be... Oh, but I guess you can resolve the order. So someone else can come along, jump in the office, and then they have to now go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, because they wouldn't leave if they're already somewhere they want to be.
Okay.
All right, so Fran, you're at 1 line expansion.
1 line expansion. We're headed to...
Electric Avenue.
We're gonna rock down to Electric... Oh, I can't even expand this way.
Yeah, the expanding only from the head thing. That's
And then we take it
yeah.
higher. And can we expand from train station or no?
Only from your ends.
Okay, you just watch your mouth there. No comment.
you wash your ends.
Only from the head or tail.
Both ends require regular maintenance and cleaning.
There's lots of 2s. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I need at least 2 to go. I was hoping to expand here. Okay, well, we're gonna go.
Oh, shoot,
we're gonna start going this way.
I should have taken the starting player. Oh, well.
No one took the starting player.
I know,
Fran's
I know.
gonna get
A free-
a third bus.
Free third bus. I'm excited.
That's on me. That's on me.
Okay, so now it's me for 2 placements. Okay.
Good choice. Good choice.
Here. And what's going to happen here if I have to split off, or can I go that way? I'm not really sure. You know what? I don't have any train station access.
Right?
I'm going to get onto that train station.
Good choice.
If I can. Oh, yes, thank you.
Get rid of mine. All right, so my head is over here. Hey.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, it's going to happen anyway, but...
I just saw the blue come off, and I was like, all right.
I got 3. I had 1 route planned.
Yeah, let me double check this. I'm sorry, I'm into the rulebook a bunch, but...
Yeah, fine.
The rules are really quite simple, really, but there's a couple of these like movement type things that are a little tricky.
Okay, well that... So if I go there... Yeah, we'll do this. We're going to go split 1 over here, 1 over here, and 1 from here to here.
There we go. All right, John, you're also doing passengers.
Oh, yes. Well, I only have access to 1 place, so we know where these guys are going.
Yeah.
Hey. Buildings.
Okay, buildings. Yes.
Oh, yes. It's going to
We
be
don't. It's me.
offices.
It's me first.
Yep. I'm just figuring out.
And I'm getting 2 buildings, and yeah, we want to go to the office. So we're gonna take people to the office, and then where's another 2? You guys got the offices. Let's where am I going next? Maybe over here. Assuming I can keep following along your line, I will look into that.
3 pubs.
3 pubs.
Because I believe there are 3 offices that I have access to that no one else does, so I don't have to worry about that. So I think about the next round, we will be going to the pub. So, I like the idea of placing a whole bunch of pubs for fun.
That's what they're there for.
And profit. And hey, I have access to this pub, so let's go over here. More pubs! Alright.
More pubs.
Now, this might be a terrible strategy in the long run. I should have added more homes,
Alright.
but whatever.
I am vrooming 2 once. Oh, sorry. This rotates. We are off to work. And this is where I'm going to start messing with people.
Here we go.
Because this is what you're supposed to do in this game.
What you're supposed to do, I guess.
So there's 1 point there. And let's take 1 from the train station. And go 2 over there.
I was expecting that one.
But yeah, you have so many other options. It's not like it's gonna hurt much. Sorry, 2 points.
Dude. Alright. Ron, you're done. Your turn.
I'm just going
Look up
from
expansion
here.
rules.
So did we say we can go from office to office?
No, if they're already at an office, they don't want to leave the
They
office.
don't want to leave the office.
They gotta go from something else. If they're where they want to be, so if they're at location, or if there's like an office at the same spot as them, they can't go. They can't leave that spot.
All right. That's it.
John's gonna get a few points here, I think.
Oh, yes. We get one office over here, one office over here. And hey, why not? Actually, no, wait. No, it's home. I should leave those guys for later and open up some pub areas. Alright, so we're going to go from the pub to the office. There we are, that's one. Alright, the Brests, unfortunately, are not at pubs. Are they at home? He's at home, and he would like to go to the office. Over here, that's two. And then he's at home with him. To this office. There we are, 3 points. And opening up options for later.
3 for John.
3 for John. There we go.
Really should have taken that first player marker. But man, we're so little few tokens left.
I know.
Like,
It feels like the game's almost over.
Right?
Okay. Still here? Still with me?
Yep.
All right, well.
I mean, might as well.
Might as well go for soda.
Yep. Well,
right.
That's where we're heading next.
That's where we're heading. Okay.
Whew. I actually want first room.
Yeah, rooming is important.
Right?
Oh my god. I have to
Right?
lay up.
I'm just like,
Alright. Well. What? Because I will have three
there are
three
tools
passengers
left
to deliver.
place. 2 of them are pretty much inaccessible.
There's 2 pubs on my route, but they're going to be gone by the time I get to them. So to maximize my pubage, I should have moved this pub guy.
Build more pubs. It's the only solution.
It's the only solution. More pubs. More pubs, more places to sleep, and more work.
Go to the Winchester. Wait for this all to blow over.
I think I'm stuck for movement now because there's an open space. I'd have to branch out that way, or move them from my other side. But going internally would just suck.
Yeah.
Ping ping. Okay, can go build a route. Okay.
That was going to be my choice, but I'll take it in second place.
You guys have more reds than I do. I'm feeling a little stuck here.
Mm-hmm.
There's always third player.
Yeah.
Oh, good call.
I got my third bus out there.
All right. Well, okay. Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, I have 4 left. Well, you'll have 5 left.
Actually, a second room is worthwhile.
Woo, baby.
Oh, right. Route building happens first.
Route happens first.
Yeah, well.
He's gonna
I was afraid he was going to threaten to do that.
save it. We're staying at work, guys.
Maybe not.
We're staying.
I could choose to move it or not.
You could choose to movement or not.
I could choose the time skip or not. I don't have to take the time skip.
Yeah. Whew. Quest. I mean, that's the thing. Right now, building more buildings is kind of lame because there's only one I'll be able to access if you're going to build my route out there.
Remember, you have to put 2s first.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
There's still 3. There's still 3
I know.
more 2s.
So it's like, that element is just kind of like, especially with so few tokens left.
Yep.
Sophie tokens. I'm gonna get how many? 3 lines, right?
Yep.
And we might go to the pub or we might stay at work. Who knows?
All right, I'm only going to get 2.
All right. I think we gotta do building. It's putting it at A's, right?
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
Four tokens. 3 tokens.
JRR tokens.
Yeah, but if okay, I'm pass 2.
Okay.
Run.
Pass. Injure.
All right. John, 2 lines.
Oh boy, oh boy. Well, let's see here. I was going to build out there, and then I realized I'm only building 2 rather than 3, so that's on me. But I can build that way. I don't have access to that yet. Slowly going to build my way out this way. But I'm also going to go over here. Is he standard? No, standard.
Strandherd.
Strandherd. It's very close by my house.
Like, what the? It's a common name.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
Alright.
I'm sure it's very common. It's also a ridiculously long road that like cuts our entire city in half. So it's kind of a joke when you say it's almost by my house.
So we're gonna go here,
Oh.
and we're gonna go.
It's like Hunt Club.
Yep.
It's like it's almost by your house. It's almost by yours. It's like it's almost by my house.
And then here I can branch anyway.
So though you'd have to. You're not facing anybody head on, so
No.
you have to take one of the empty spots.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
It's only if you're facing somebody head on. So like in this case, I have to go off that way because I'm not facing.
I would be
head on.
intrigued to see how this game would do with the variant rules, where it's just like you just build out from your route, you know?
So if I do that, then I can go.
Yeah, this would be also quite interesting. At 5, like the routes would be a crazy mess.
You'd be crisscrossing.
You'd be crisscrossing everywhere, or stealing from everybody.
Okay.
These would fill up super fast
Yep,
too, and
yep.
you'd be getting those actions where it's like, oh, well, that's a 0. I'm not taking that.
Okay.
So we'll have to look up the best player count later and see.
Add a bus.
All right. Yummy.
Get some buildings. What would you like?
Buildings, yes. I would like. Where are we going? We're going to the pub.
Maybe.
No, definitely. Well, it's definitely. He's definitely bluffing. No, maybe he's not. I don't know.
Pub?
Why would he waste a thing? So he's going to the office space. Let me see how many offices are on my route here. We have 0 offices on my route right now.
Yep.
Zoom, 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 zoom. But we have a couple pub options, so I'm gonna go build an office.
Office? Okay.
Office.
That's the one I can't find. Hang on.
Boom.
I do like that they're different
You
grayscale
need
colors.
2 more buildings.
2 more.
You have to build all 3, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that opens up the 3s for next round.
That opens up the 3.
Oh, I should have taken No, it would have been from left to right anyway, so that wouldn't matter.
Home. Where's a home?
Well, you want a house?
Yeah, I
2?
got a house. Okay.
Boom! Time skip.
Uh,
We're going to work.
well then.
Will then.
Yeah, I got nothing.
This is why the time skip is so painful. I wasn't sure how it would work out, but I can see if people were in just the right position to get like nothing. Because I think Ferran can get 1 point.
Like that's why I built the office. Yeah.
I'm only getting 1 point as well.
Yeah, I
but
mean-
you're limiting John's.
But I'm cutting
Yeah.
John's like massive engine off.
Yeah, now I've wasted 2 rooms because I literally cannot room anywhere.
Ha!
And worst of all, I can't bring people to the pub. It's the worst part. Yeah, I can't move anything. Literally nothing.
Alright, I'm going to be taking where people will want to go to the pub next, so let's see, let's take him to work over here and give me a point.
Maybe they don't want to go to the pub. I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry, that was a work spot. I gotta take them from a non-work spot.
Okay. Let's
Yeah, it would make sense that they're
open up.
most people are already on work spots.
Open up a pub that's on your route. But we're gonna go him to the office. What's he here? He's at home. Okay. We want to open up some homes. Yeah, we've got 3 pubs. We're moving 3. Okay, cool. Okay, good point.
And I literally believe still there's no
Sorry,
offices
Don.
uncovered.
Sorry, Don. First player for me.
Yeah.
Take that.
Yeah, here's your bus.
I only have 5 tokens, but yeah, I need that third bus. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. We're going.
So what was this thing? If we time skip twice, does the world
No,
end?
if we time skip 4 times, then the
okay.
game's over. You know what? I'm on the bus. I only have 2 buses, but I'm gonna Vroom me first. Could be very impactful.
Well. Yeah.
Because the points are very close.
Points are close.
Yeah.
Fill up the pub.
Or I could time skip just to mess with everyone.
Or you could time skip the bus, everybody. This is true.
Stay at work, guys.
They work nothing but work.
Man, I mean, thematically, I'm against it. However,
all work and no play.
Thematically, I'm against it.
All work and no play make John something.
But from yeah, I'm just gonna get buses. Why not?
Ooh, so we're doing 4. Okay. Yeah, let's do buildings.
Oh, man. How many do you have? You got 3 left?
Yep.
Oh, here's where...
This is where it gets painful.
This is where it gets exciting, fellas. A lot of options now with the 3s.
And yeah, having only 3 actions left in the game.
In the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, the buses was not the right move, but it just felt right. It's like, yes, 4 buses.
I mean, if you get 4 points off of a single room action, like then it'll be worth it, right?
Yeah.
Assuming there's anything left by the time you room.
Okay. I'm going to get a couple buildings out, and then I'm going to see if I...
Yep. Yeah, time skip.
Okay. So we might be staying at work, is what you're saying.
Yep.
2 tokens. What do you have left?
Just 1.
1?
Yeah, just 1.
So it's when 2 people are out, or 2 people only
That's
have
when
1
2
left?
people are out.
Okay.
Then we finished the round. So it's still
Okay.
we're probably going in our room. Well, I mean, if we go all in, this could be it. But okay, I'll get my line expansion.
Pass.
Making sure I'm first player.
Okay. Well, if you're 1 action left, but you're not rooming this round. Okay.
And I'm on the time stop.
And you're on a time stop. That might actually be okay.
I'm sorry.
What do I have access to? Oh, I do
Who
have
knew
access.
transit could be so evil? Don't answer that.
Double vroom!
Double room. I think because we are building on 3s. Wait, I'm building 3 train tracks. Oh, 3 railroad tracks. Not train tracks or railroad tracks. I keep thinking O train. We're going from nowhere to nowhere, and we're not going there fast.
I forgot that the 3s were open now, but whatever.
The 3s.
I've rolled my dice. I will go with them.
Do I want extra room? You know what? I think just single room. 2. I need to get ahead in points. But you guys all have 1. Have you didn't pass yet? Did you pass yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you can't.
Oh.
So you still
you're
have
passed?
You still have your 1.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm also passing, so it's up to you.
Well, yeah. I mean, you didn't have.
You didn't have to
that
say
yet.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just means that
Wait, I don't see it? I thought it was after Fran.
no. You placed now. I placed.
Oh, okay.
Right. It just means that if Ron's passed and he has 1 left,
yes. I got you.
there's no way that you could trigger the end unless I'm also triggering the end, right? So going that extra vroom might make it, but the trouble is I don't know if I have anywhere to room.
It's an indication of how tight the game's going to be when it only goes up to 20 points total on the score tracker.
Yep. I feel like it could go higher, but it's the actions are so limited.
Mm-hmm.
Threes. There's no threes. You've got lots of threes available to you. You're on a good spot.
Yep.
Regardless of wherever John goes. Okay, I'm gonna pass.
All
We'll
right.
see what happens.
You got how many? 2 left?
Yep.
2 left.
Okay.
You guys each have 1.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens. All right, line expansion. So I'm pretty sure I'm forced to come up through here, and then I can choose either way afterwards. So we're gonna go.
Wouldn't that be doubling up on yourself if you went left or right?
No, I mean like on the blues.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But because
Yes, I'm blue.
But because I have no choice, I could go either way. So I think
I
I'm
hear
gonna go inwards towards that 3, and
you only have 2 right now. Oh,
it's gonna come out over here.
but you. Oh, right. It's based on the total number.
It's based
of people.
on the
Yes.
max.
Yeah. That.
All
threw me
right,
off.
put your
Yay.
bus out.
Almost got them all.
Billings.
Yep. We're going offices, obviously. We're gonna go.
Unless John decides not to skip it.
Which is fine. We'll do.
But I mean, he would have taken the room if he wasn't going to skip.
Yeah, I telegraphed.
Because otherwise, otherwise you're missing out on a lot of points.
Yeah.
Office, and we'll go. We've got enough. There's a lot of pubs out, and next round's going to be the last round.
More pubs.
Actually,
So we lost so many of our board game cafes. Speaking of pubs.
In Ottawa?
Yeah, like we used to have Monopolate.
Oh, okay. I mean, the Loft is still there.
The Loft is the only one that I
the
could think
biggest.
of. Yeah, but there was like 2 or 3 before
Did you
that.
put all 3?
Yep.
I thought they were the only one.
No, there was like 2 or 3 before that.
Okay, I gotta do 4.
I know, because I may have bought some of the games from them.
2 and something else. 3s. There's still 2 3s left.
Yep. There's a 3 and a 3.
Yeah.
I guess I have to put stuff out.
You have no choice.
I have no choice. They have to be there. So let's put some homes because I have no access to these spots, and you guys won't be able to score anything off of them.
Fair.
At least not likely. I mean, you could start next round and just pass right away.
And of course,
Time
let's
skip.
do the time skip
All right,
again.
we're going to work. I only have 2 buses though. This limits what I can do, like by a lot.
Yeah,
but
we handed the game to Frank.
King Mick.
I think you did. Although he's got 3, I've got 2, so he and I will be tied. All right, so oops, shoot.
No.
This is what happens when we lay them all down on stuff for visibility. Where are you? You are at the office, so we're not leaving there. Let's go.
Yeah, like the tokens, instead of being different values of gray, could have been different colors to really make
1.
them stand out a bit more. Hopefully they'll do that with the new edition.
2. That's. Oh, I only have 2 buses.
1, 2, 3.
They stand up pretty well. Like they're
Pretty good, but
and their icons are different enough too.
well, the icons are absolutely. It's just with it since it's covered, you know.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, we are covering them in the
Yes,
most
it probably would have been
way.
easier if they're actually standing up on them.
Yeah, but for the camera, I think it's
Yeah.
easiest to see this way.
Oh, absolutely.
3. Okay. Cool.
All right, we're tied up in the last round, and John's first player.
Gimme. Surprising no one. I go vroom.
Okay, I'm obliged to for a second.
Well, my only way to
You're
get
only
points.
so good. You gotta do it, and you're done too.
Yep.
I'm the only one
So
with a
Will
token left.
has the edge here.
Build. Right?
Well, I can only deliver 2 guys though,
Oh, that's right. Right.
and we're going to the pub.
And
And
power up your delivery. Get 3.
I'm not
Actually,
rooming.
hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, okay. Are you?
I was the last one to put, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think I know what you're going to do, and it's glorious.
Where is it?
I'm not going to say.
Where is it? There's none.
I mean, if he could time skip, but
There.
I don't know if it would help him though.
But there's no. Oh no, then you could build something. Because there's no offices left to deliver people to.
There's no offices left.
But
But I have nowhere to build where I can still reach.
and so John,
If you time skipped,
yeah, that would. And what's the
we
tiebreaker?
would end as a tie.
What's the tiebreaker?
Because I wouldn't
Beautiful.
neither of us would be able to deliver anybody.
Oh, no, we're ending an officer in the pub. This is horrible.
This is the worst way to end the day, but
Wow, we have done a terrible disservice to the transit of this city.
All right, so let's see.
But also, good move.
So the end of the round, if only one player has in markers, or everyone has no more markers. Whoever scored the most points wins. Each time stone counts as one. Oh, time skip stones count as a negative point.
That would have been good to know.
So if you skip time, you lose 1 point, and that will tie us again. Because right now you're technically one ahead.
yes, and I would have got a negative.
You would get negative, so then we would be tied. Okay.
Yeah.
If two or more players have the same number of points after subtracting these negative points, the one who has the most time stones wins.
Even if this.
So we're still tied. If this is still equal, the one whose disc is at the bottom of the stack wins, which is me.
King-making time.
So if you time skip, I win from third tiebreaker.
But were we doing this in order?
Yes.
Oh, are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, because I've roomed before you last.
You've roomed
last
before
time.
me. You got the points, and then I got points.
Yeah. So I'm I'm the bottom of the stack.
Oh man. Okay. So if we let this play out, you'll have 2. I'll room. I'm gonna room for 3, and then you might be able to do some shiftiness. Well, I lose either way. Oh,
I think
you need to
if you don't,
think
of it's Kingmaker. Because if John gets to room,
Yeah.
he's gonna win.
Yeah.
But everyone goes to the pub.
But everybody.
But he has the most pubs,
Yeah.
and he has 4 buses.
Yeah.
So he'll
I'm
definitely.
I'm gonna stop it right here. 'Cause I don't. At least where.
Well, you can always make that call after you see where it plays the
yeah.
last one.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Because I have 2 buses, but John goes first, so he could take away 2 of my only pubs that I can even reach,
I think you can make that assumption.
which is a problem.
Hey, they've got homemade ketchup. Can you blame me? Homemade ketchup.
So if he takes away my pubs, he's gonna win. He's gonna get 4 points, and I can only get 2 points max. He'll still win. I could expand to get more pubs. Is a possibility to get access to more pubs.
Are there any buildings of pubs you can make that haven't already been done?
No, because we're on
4.
4. No, I'm still not at any 4
Okay, yeah.
locations. I'm in a very, like, you guys expanded nicely. I'm in this like really tight, awkward,
Yeah.
coming up the middle spot. like I'm coming up here and over here.
Name awkward bus route.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's my only bet is get somewhere where I can actually deliver. But then I can only deliver 2 guys. John's still gonna win. If I run more than once, no, I just don't have access to enough pubs to even deliver. If I got a 3rd bus, I can't deliver 3 pubs.
You could plan for what if for on time skips.
But then I still have nowhere to build, or I can
Or expand out to.
or expand out to.
Okay.
that would allow me to play there, because there's literally no offices, and if I place offices, there's nowhere where I can deliver guys. Right? There's no 4s that I'm on unless I expand. So I'm short 1 piece either way. So best I can do is if he doesn't expand, if he doesn't time skip, then maybe I can reach more pubs.
All right.
And that's it. That's all the tokens.
That's it.
All right, so I get to place out 4 tokens from my incredibly awkward locations.
You're welcome.
So there's 1 and potentially 1 more pub. 2, 3, potentially 1 more pub there. And I have to turn back inwards now.
That'd be a fun list to do.
Actually, sorry, I'm going to go that way. And then I'm forced to go. You want either way, doesn't matter. Either way, I'm kind of stuck. Because over here does not help. I'm already here. Yeah, either way, these ones do a whole lot of anything. Yeah.
And now for the moment of truth.
Yep.
We're staying at work.
Oh, no!
Okay.
Well,
This way I can say at least I tied.
At least you tied for a That's true. Yeah, unlike third tiebreaker.
Third tie break for the...
yep, I've got nowhere I can move them to work, so...
No, neither do I.
I just want to see something here.
Yeah.
Okay? So say this didn't happen. Mm-hmm. I just want to see, and if I went vroom, let's everybody vroom.
Alright, let's say I did vroom.
Okay, I was second vroomer.
Alright, so I would do... Alright,
I want to see, what would you have done if I vroomed? Would you have still expanded? With your last token?
Let's see. If I knew for sure
Yeah.
you were going...
Yeah, if I vroomed. So say
Probably, because I only had 1 token, and that's the easiest way for me to get to more...
Okay, so you say you still did this.
More spots.
Okay, so John, you vroom.
Vroom 1. Let's see here, we're gonna vroom 2.
So we'll see both outcomes, but my original thing stands.
3, and hey, sure, room. I think the other pub. Oh, I can reach this one. 4.
Okay, so that's 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well,
And I can only move 2. So, let's see. I mean, I can take a train guy. Is there even 2 pubs I can access now that John's
Blocked everything.
blocked everything?
there's 1 right there.
Oh yeah, there's so I can go 1, and then I can go 2 for 2 points.
Okay.
And then you.
And then I would just go 1.
So it worked out better if you time skipped.
It 100% that was the right call.
You were-
I went from first to last.
Yeah, yeah.
Tied for, or second to last.
Yeah, tied for first.
Tied for first to last.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was close. It was close.
Wow, yeah, I didn't expect to be that close because we were all doing different things. But those time skips came in crucial
Yeah.
moments. I was not expecting to be that rough.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if we knew if they were worth -1, if we would still time skipped or try to-
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I did it and that just completely hosed John.
Oh no,
Yeah.
but mine was out of spite. And if I'd known it was going to cost me, maybe I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Right. But like
Still.
I gained 1 point. Like we each gained 1 point on the round of time skip, but John lost out on gaining like 5 points.
Yeah.
So that was...
So it was worth. It was worth.
Oh
it,
yeah, without a doubt.
in that sense. I mean, that technically does have a little bit of the Splotter, like,
Kind of take that in.
whack the leader.
No.
Yeah,
It's not take that, but whack the leader. Like all
Yeah.
he's famous for his coin games, the counterinsurgency
Yeah.
games. Which the whole point of that in games like Root is, figure out who's in lead and then beat them down, and it's just constant beating. Which generally I usually very much dislike that in games,
Right.
you know, and there's ways to get around that, like hidden scoring and things like that. Whacking the leader always feels more like politics.
I mean, to be fair, right here, there's literally a button for it.
There's a...
Yeah,
It's a whack the
yeah.
leader
Here
button.
there's a button for it, exactly.
It's
but
right there on the interface.
but maybe it's less punishing. I mean, I didn't get whacked at all.
Disagreed.
But compared to another game, I mean, we haven't played a whole lot of Root or other coin type games, but did it was it very? Did it feel very personal, right? Or was it more like a good move kind of thing?
It was a good move, but I didn't love it. It went from I'm gonna do great to
I can't do anything.
Completely hosed.
I can't. That's not
like that cost me the game there, and then it cost me the game again. So I could see why it's there. I'm not a fan of it as a mechanism. If you've got to put something and be like, all right, just cancel the leader. I'm like.
Cancel the leader button.
It reminds me of the experience when I'm playing Mario Party with my cousin, and suddenly at the end of the game, it's just like, he gets a star for random reasons. He gets a star. It's just like, but I was winning. And
however, you were first player.
Yes, I could have taken it.
So if you had enough tokens,
yes, I could have tried to block it.
You could have blocked it.
But I mean, there's so few tokens, so it's
true.
I can see people loving it. I personally did not like it, but I can see people that would love it. So it could definitely be a good thing for some people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I like it more than I thought I would. I think it's mechanically, I do think it's brilliant.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that can even be argued. Like it's for how simple it is. Like
simple.
with the slightly awkward placement rules.
Specifically the route placement,
specifically the route placement, but I see why it's there, because in this tight a board for 5 players, you're going to be constantly over each other. So you need to have clear rules, and they're really not too bad. But the reverse order, the lesser and greater actions as things resolve, come out of time skip, the fact it's relatively simple, it is pretty much open information, which we had kind of been talking about off camera too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's a lot of you can look around the board and say, "Oh, John's going to get a lot of points this round."
Yep.
No, he isn't.
No, he isn't. So there's a lot of that.
I mean, if you don't like meanness and that type of negative interaction, I don't think the game may or may not be for you then. But it is brilliant. It is brilliant.
Yeah, it's a very, very smart design. I think the more you play it, it would reward, because then you would kind of, especially if you play with the same group, you kind of figure out, it's like, all right, I'm just going to do one action this round. Then, by the time it comes...
Or none.
Or just pass, and then you have 15 tokens, and if someone else has 4, and then you just kind of... I can see players kind of doing that strategy.
That round that I time skipped, you probably could have... Saw that John was in the lead. Yep. Saw when I took the thing, and you could have just been like, I'm out. I'm going to wait and save my tokens for next round, because I'm not going to get anything.
So the token management is definitely a layer to this game where you have to manage that, and having.
I don't know if we over-vroomed in the beginning either.
Possibly.
It's possible that the vroom taking those for 1 point or 2 points should have waited until we expanded more.
Yeah.
And then gone out.
Yeah.
Which may have been more of a player count thing as well.
Yeah, but then that turn order thing, and then having that, and then someone taking all your locations that we're driving to, and then you're being stuck, and you're like, I guess I'm staying at work today.
There are some people that should never play this game. There's some people that are going to absolutely adore it.
Yeah, it's going to be not for everybody for sure.
Yeah, and it does feel like I know it there were definitely very anti-John moves that were played largely by me, but they weren't done out of a. It was more
it's a logical move.
It was a smartly planned move.
Yeah.
It wasn't I drew this card.
Yes, exactly.
You're going to get thwacked because I drew this card.
It's not like take that.
It was a carefully calculated,
yes,
this is the time to do this action.
Yep.
Carefully calculated stab in the back.
Of course. But I would rather get stabbed in the back in the game from a good move rather than
be able to appreciate it.
Rather than just drawing a card that was like, I guess you're going to get you're going to get penalized because I drew this card. I think that works a better. Art and components. I mean, really, for this game's not that old. First printing, I think was '99. Capstone, I think, was in the 2000s.
It says '99 there. October.
Is that the Capstone version, or is that the original?
Yeah, I wonder when this one.
I mean, that's what it says on the manual, anyway.
Because it's definitely very decent production.
Pardon me.
Bless you.
2019.
Yeah.
So this printing is 2019.
Yeah, that doesn't feel that long ago for it to be already a Grail game, but I mean, I know publishers keep. Stuff gets out of print pretty fast these days. Yeah, and again, it was infamous that these kind of split up and went out of print, especially with how popular this game had become. And again, because of the reasons we discussed, like the simplicity,
the shared board state. There's definitely some arguments that not a lot of games now have a shared board space. Too many games are moving to, I'm doing my own little puzzle while you guys do your own little puzzles. And occasionally we look up and say, like, how's it going over there?
Well, yeah. Often it'll be like, but you took my space. But it's like, occasionally, right?
And I love games like that, too. Like, I do, like, the multiplayer solitaire. I have nothing against multiplayer solitaire games.
Yep.
Yeah, if anything, I'm guilty of playing games like that a lot. But for a game that has a shared space, like, this is some very interesting things going for it, for sure.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. No, it's like you're saying. It's with the multiplayer solitaire. It's there's some. It depends on what the player wants, right? Do they want those types of interactions and whatnot? And yeah. And I'm just gonna reach over here and grab at the top of the bottom.
The bottom of the box here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, more publishers, please. It came with color-coded Ziploc baggies.
Wow.
For components, like, the meeples in the orange, and the red player in the red, and the purple in the purple. I mean, it's not necessary.
Yep.
Right?
It's a nice touch.
Completely necessary.
But if you're going to have zero organizer, this is a nice way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a fairly inexpensive way, I would think. It just works. I mean, obviously an organizer might be better, but really, does it need an organizer? It's one board and a few bags of tokens.
There you go. Yeah,
like
it's a nice touch.
If you're going to use like the little clamshell things, also color code them again, because man, that's a great feature.
True, and I do appreciate that more developers are putting bags just in general in their games, and some of them even putting pre-hole punched bags in their games. But like this just elevates it to.
They could do something that I've been doing with my label printer and just actually have them labeled as well. Would be next level. Some
do. Like we had just played Cloud Age the other day that came with some stickers for bags to help label them a little bit. Not all the bags, but some of the ones where it's like current campaign, finished campaign stuff.
Yeah, that's nice to have.
It came with that stuff.
I like that.
Oceans had stickers for all the solo bags, so you knew where the very solo content was going.
Right.
Which is on the Ziploc bag, but it helped. I mean, really any, like, we could do a whole video on this, so we're not going to go too far, but anything that gets the game on the table faster, I think is an improvement.
Yep.
All right, so I'm giving this a recommend. I guess you were not as happy about this.
I mean, I would say it is brilliant, and I do appreciate it. Would I say that I like it? I mean, I like it enough, but it's not a game for me. It's more, again, you know me, I like more tactical, and this is definitely, it's a Splotter game. It's going to be heavy strategy. And that's just not for me. But I recognize it's brilliant. If you want a strategic game with that type of player interaction you're talking about, yes, I would recommend it. So know what you're getting into, but if that's what you want, thumbs up.
Okay.
I think it's a solid design. It certainly will reward experience. So if you play it multiple times, especially with the same group, obviously you'll develop more of an appreciation for it. For initial impressions, I give it a thumbs up. And yeah, wouldn't mind exploring it further.
For sure, I would definitely play this again. I don't think it's ever going to hit my top 10.
No.
And I'm glad I found it at a sane price.
Yeah.
and I'm very glad I played it because it did offer a great experience that I do want to try again.
And it's a great introduction to Splotter. I mean, that whole...
Well, it's very different, I think, from any of his other games.
True, but
it's,
the whole...
It's not a good example of Splotter-style games from what I understand. But I'm sure maybe someone can comment in the comment section. Is this a good representation? I have not played a lot of Splotter games.
This is my first.
I've only played one round of Root, so...
I've played a few of his games.
Is Root Splotter?
No, but it...
no, Root Splotter.
Oh, Root Splotter?
But it's just, I mean, it's a coin style game.
Yeah.
It's like that style of game where you're whacked leader, I guess you can call it. Which usually I'm against, but anyways, I think we've put enough thoughts there. So look forward to the reprint from Capstone Games. This is by no means sponsored by them. As you heard, I picked this up on the secondhand market, and I'm glad I did. And please like and subscribe. We always love to hear from people in the community and what they think about the games we're playing. If there's anything else that you want to see. And we'll see you next time.
I'm just sad they were stuck at the office and not at the pub.
Ah!